guys, and praise the Lord. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome back to another episode of All Things Love with the Sergeants. My name is Wendy.
Of course, my name is Jose, and thank you so very much for the love that you've continued to show us. Thank you for the views from our previous video. Thank you for every new subscriber. God bless you. We really appreciate it. And today we chose to actually go outdoor kidogo because we want you people to enjoy and have a good vibe of what we do.
Yeah, we promised you more content, and here we are once again to discuss a topic that actually most of you have been asking a lot, and it's related to age. But now, how soon is too soon to get married? Like, after how long, when you meet somebody and when you know them and when you get into a relationship, are you supposed to actually be ready and comfortable to settle down with them in marriage? And I think the first question we should be answering is how long we actually took before we agreed to settle in marriage.
Wow. Between us from our very first date to the day I asked you out, that was in April, that took us pretty much like 7 months. Yes.
And getting married?
Now, between yes and getting married, so 11 minus 4, another 5 months.
That sums up to?
That sums up to close to, let's say, a year and some
half.
months. Yes,
Yeah.
1.5 years.
1.5 years from the time we met to the time that we decided to get married.
Sure.
Now, I'm sure for so many people, they might think that, wow, that's such a short time to
Absolutely.
to accept marriage. You know, marriage is eternity. So, are you confident that you made the right decision?
Yes. I am more than convinced. This is because previously, let me say this, previously I have been in relationships that took longer and they didn't move to the next level.
Yeah.
And therefore, one of the key factors I think for me was the intention. One of the things that will make sure that you people don't stay long before you move to the next level is intention. There are so many people who are dating in these streets and they have no intention. Mako tu kwa jibambe.
I know.
Nikapidie tu
There's
imuta.
just no direction to
You
the
know?
relationship. Yeah.
So that's when, because I knew the motive as to why we were dating. So I was absolutely ready for it. And for me, I believe it was not early, neither was it like late,
Yeah.
but it was on time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it all depends on when you feel you're ready and if you feel like you have really met the right person. And to know that you're ready just takes maturity to know that actually I am in this stage in my life where I want to settle down and I have found the right person and I can just move ahead and get married. I'm not saying that you shouldn't take time. If you meet somebody who you really feel like you're not trusting enough, you're not sure whether you love them, just by all means take your time. Take your 5 years, take your 10 years. If you feel that you need 10 years to know somebody well enough, it's okay to take as much time as you feel that you need, because again, you don't want to rush into something and then end up in regrets or end up feeling like I wasn't ready, it was too soon, I didn't know this person well enough. So I think for us, one thing that helped us is that we really spent a lot of time together when we were dating. That made us feel comfortable enough to say that I actually know this person. So we spent a lot of time together. Much as it was actually a long distance relationship for some time, we used to do a lot of phone calls and we used to talk about so many things. Like, it's not just conversations that are not going
I mean,
anywhere.
we would talk for hours. And I
Yeah.
remember sometimes you'd even ask the following day, what were we talking about
I know,
yesterday?
it's
And
so
nobody
much.
remembers.
So much.
Yeah, but I also feel you also need to take time and pray.
True.
Some of us are stagnating in places because we don't even know the very will of God in where we are, you know? So you're stagnating, thinking, ni kama ndio hiyo lakini si hiyo, because you're not praying. And I believe for me, one of the things that had really given me the gas to actually even push to the next level of every bit of our relationship was the prayer bit, because God would confirm and be like, yo, you guys are on the right track. Again, also, the thought of asking yourself, would I wish to waste somebody's time? Because some of us are too mean. We don't even consider the other partner. You know, you're like, yende, mimi borake na jibamba, mimi, yeye ndi ako huko, mimi si yuko. So let's be very intentional to not be selfish, but be very selfless and mind the welfare of the other person. Because maybe you're dating for experience, which is not godly.
Exploring.
You know, you're out to test waters. Somebody's daughter is more than longing and waiting to be married.
Awesome.
Somebody's son is more than waiting to actually move it to the next level. Ashapanga hata pesa ya rorashio and everything. You know? And that's why you find sometimes even people getting to the point of engagement and unaenda on your knee. The girl freaks out and goes because maybe you've triggered something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Again, also, when you're starting dating, baby, ask the hard question. I think most of us tunaingiaga tu.
Yeah, like what are your goals? What time do you, how timelines have you put for yourself
You know,
to have gotten married? Because you might be in a relationship with somebody and their plan is to waende majuu kwanza.
wasome masters
Yeah, I
degree
know,
ingine.
yeah. And so in their head they know, me, I'm giving myself 7 years. And then you're here, you're giving yourself 3 years. You see, you didn't have that conversation to
Yeah.
know where I
So you're not
stand
on
in
the
my
same
life.
page.
Yes,
Everyone
yes.
is reading their own page.
Yeah, you have to be on the same page. You have to pray a lot because only God can reveal to you the right person so that you don't end up making a decision that is going to mess up your whole life. Like marriage is just too much, too long to gamble with. So you need to really pray, like you're saying, so that God will reveal to you and you'll know that this is the right person and this is the right time. And I feel I am ready for marriage. And the right time to be ready for marriage is when you're mature. If you're mature enough, that is when you can consider yourself ready for marriage. And it works.
Yes, it does. But
It
maybe
works.
there's
Like,
somebody who here today is like maybe watching this video and they're like, okay, so between us getting to know each other, how long should we take to know each other? How long should we take to from boyfriend, girlfriend to fiancés?
yeah.
How long should we take from fiancés to husbands and wifeys? You know? And I think a quick one, like we've told you, take time. Take time and ask yourself, why am I even getting into this relationship? Am I getting there for stagnation or for growth? Therefore, if you're going there for growth, do a roadmap. You know, I want to take this time to know this person. I can tell you, even now that you're married for now 5+ months, we are still knowing each other.
Yeah, there's still
So
so much to
so
know.
you can only know the bare minimums. One, test their faith. You know, get to know ama ako kanisani kwa sababu hana kwa kwenda, ako kanisani ama kwa sababu babake ni pastor ama, you know. Now, after you've done that, do your due diligence. Emotionally, ask yourself, assess yourself, audit yourself. Am I sober enough? Because some of us are even getting from one relationship to the next one. So, while somebody's son, somebody's daughter is waiting for a husband, you are there to heal.
Yeah.
This person is a rebound.
Wow.
You know,
What's
and,
that?
and you might not be emotionally ready. So, take your time, get to know whether emotionally you're stable. So, every other given time, assess your emotions. Sometimes we've gone because of even social clock. Society is pushing you, yo, miaka inasonga, kimbia.
Yeah.
So also take time,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and also work with people because people will help you be like, yo, by the way, at this given age, mmefika hapa, this is what you can be able to do. This is what you cannot be able to do. Because again, the longer you take in a relationship, the more you're prone to sexual sin.
True.
Oh God, the longer you take, you're like, hii mali sasa time, unaanza kuiconfirm tu ni yangu.
I
Budogo
know.
budogo.
But then people are deceiving us out there when they try to convince us that they've been together 10 years and they've never done anything.
You're very much
Honestly, I
prone.
don't see how that happens. If it's working for you, congratulations, you're a superhuman being. But me, I don't see how you date for that long and you're not sinning. So if you really are intentional in having a clean walk with God, then you definitely don't want to keep yourself around temptation for year after year after year after year. So me, but then that was something I was very intentional about. In fact, I remember when I was in campus, I was telling God, Lord, hasten my wedding day so that I do not sin against you. That was one
Amazing.
prayer I used to make so much. Hasten my wedding day so that I do not sin against you, because I knew the longer I might stay, the more tempted I might get. So, and the Bible is very clear that instead of burning with passion, it is better if you would marry. So that was just Paul's instruction. That was just the Bible's instruction. So instead of burning with passion, just get married. So a lot of people just take a lot of time in dating. They're saying they're getting tempted. They're probably sinning, but they don't want to get married. So ask the Lord to guide you and help you, that so that you do not need to take so much time and suffer so much, but to just help you find the right person who has the right goals as you have, who has the right intentions as you have, so that it will not take so long. And you just need to know each other, and the moment you know each other and the Lord has really confirmed and convinced you that this is the right person, just get right into it. It works, guys. It works. I know I've heard of so many stories of people who dated for such a short time and it still worked, and they enjoyed marriage. So don't always be in a fear that you're getting married to a gangster who is going to
ameka kiface tu
I
hivi anangoja tu siku ya kuchoma.
manze, not everybody is a bad person. You know, we are living in a world where we think that everybody is a bad person who's out there to destroy our lives. They're actually genuine people who love genuinely, and you might meet them. You might know somebody for 10 years and another one you know them for 3 months, and they just change your life the way that person who you knew for long might not have. So yeah, so taking long does not necessarily tell you that you're ready enough for marriage. Taking long does not necessarily tell you that your marriage will thrive because now we took 10 years and you're feeling so proud of ourselves.
Matured.
I know, no, that is not what determines a good marriage. There's so many other factors that determine a good marriage and make sure that you have a good marriage, and taking long is not necessarily one of them. So as long as you feel convicted that the Lord has convicted you, you have the spirit of discernment, and you know this is the right person. I am ready, I am mature enough, I am ready to take up responsibilities that come with marriage, then by all means, just go for it. Usiogope, just go for it. And yeah, the Lord is going to guide you.
Yes, and also I've remembered something. Maybe there's a son or a daughter who's watching here today and they're like, sasa again mnatuambia to take our time, and maybe saa zingine pesa inakosa, so you're like pesa ya resources inakuwa very small. Let me tell you, I'll be very honest, the money that I was earning when I married her, if I was actually told that hii pesa inaweza kusaidia uoe, I was triple sure si pesa.
That's a whole testimony, babe.
Yeah, and we will share. But I wanted to share this. How you triggered the thought of small is much and much is small. Because she told me, you know what? Start saving the small, and God is going to elevate it. God is going to multiply it. There is no day God will multiply what you don't have. And I'll be very honest to tell you that within 6 months, we had saved enough for our ratio.
Yeah, something he was not doing when he was single. Imagine.
And I had earned some days I've earned more money than what I was earning.
Yeah, and close to our wedding day, you got a promotion.
Absolutely. Because God, like he speaks in the book of second or first Kings, the story of the 4 lepers. God is a God who elevates the steps of a man. But you need to step.
Yeah, you need
if
to
you don't step, you might never move. So don't be limited by the resources you have.
Yeah.
If anything, trust the God that you have, because God you have is able to give you every other resource that you need. You know? And I think that's it for today. We hope we've helped somebody. And in case you have a question on the same, feel free to slide on our comment section. Feel free to actually slide on our DMs. What are your handles, Mama?
Wendy Mbogo on Facebook and Mbogwa_Wendy on Instagram.
Absolutely, and I'm at Josie_the Sergeant on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So while you're there, drop your question, maybe something that we've shared and you didn't get the clarity, and we'll do that. Meanwhile, God bless you and have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. Bye.